Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a story time today of how I crashed and totaled my mother's car. My accident, my forever forgotten accident. But I wanted to come on here and tell that story time because I did record it before, but I looked at the footage and I was like, no, I'm not gonna upload that video. So I was staying with my mother at the time, and this was like in 2006, and she wanted me to go home and just, help out with the house and stuff like that. So she was in another state and stuff, so she couldn't do anything where, in Atlanta. So I went to Atlanta, left New York, went to Atlanta, and I was supposed to, on that day, it was raining, it was just a blurry spring month of probably March or April, but it was just raining all the time, every day, whatever. And I just remember I had to bring my sister to work, and she worked in Atlanta at the time. So I brought her, I was driving her to work, and I was like, why is it so gloomy out, so rainy? But it wasn't storming. It wasn't like a stormy day or anything like that. It was just a rainy day. So I remember that that particular car that my mom had was a Toyota Camry, and it was like a 2004, I believe, and the year was 2006 at the time. So it was a fairly new car that she purchased, but she had brake issues, okay? Like, she had brake issues that she experienced herself. Every time she pressed the brakes, it would vibrate on her, and so she would go back to the dealers and tell them about it, and they would look at it and say, oh, it's fine, whatever, right? She went back like 3 times with the same problem, and they told her it was fine. So me now driving the car and driving my sister to work, I was driving her to work, and again that day was horrible, and I dropped her off. Thank God she was not involved with the accident, and I was driving back home. Now if you guys live where the 285 area is, I was on 285 and I'm trying to go on 20, and then when you're going on 20, it's like this really turn, like deep turn you have to take when you're exiting, going on another highway. It's like 285 is the same. It's like if you're coming off another highway to go on another one, it's gonna be like this deep turn to turn you around, and it's like, what's the point? But 20 has this like curve, like this really curve, and it's like you're passing other highways as well, and the side shoulder, it's really short, and you can actually see the highway below you. So I was coming off at 285, I was going on 20, and I saw this car in front of me. He was sliding around, and I was like, why is he sliding around? Oh, it's really slippery right here. So I was like to myself, because I saw the sign that says 35 miles an hour. So I was like, let me just slow down because I don't want to get in an accident. So I'm slowing down the car, and I start to slide too. And I'm trying to get the car into control, but it wouldn't. And then I start to go in circle. The cars just start to spin around in circle like it's ice. If you live in Atlanta, anytime it rains and stuff like that, it's like you're driving on freaking ice. It's gonna slide, it's gonna skid, you gotta be careful. So I was just like, oh my God, is this really happening? So I lost control of the car. The car is going in circle like I'm freaking on ice, and then the brakes locked on me. Like I was trying to press the brakes so it could stop, and it locked on me in every way possible. The brake was just not working anymore, and I thought to myself at that moment, oh my God, am I gonna die? Because I saw this car going to the rear, and the rear is another highway below me, and the rear shoulder is so short, your car could just flip over the side shoulder. And I just thought to myself, when I was sliding in circles and I'm going like this in circles with the car, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, so this is it, this is how I'm gonna go out, like, oh my God. So I was just thinking to myself, like, if I'm gonna go out like this, I want to open cast it. I don't want my face to be squashed, moshed, whatever. So I put my hands over my face, and I was just peeking through my little hands and my fingers and see where what's gonna happen. And I saw that I was going to the rear where I didn't want to go, and I was like, oh my God, the car is gonna flip over into other highway, and I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. That's what I was thinking to myself. And I just closed my eyes, covered my face, because there's nothing that I could do at the moment. And I was just like, you know what? Whatever. I closed my eyes, hid my face, and then I heard a big firecracker, like a noise, like a pop, like pow. That's what I've heard. And I was like, what the hell? So when I heard that pow, the car hit. And I felt like I was going like this, like moving forward. But I felt like something just held me back. And the funny thing is, my grandmother died that year. I felt like something held me back. I had my seatbelt on, so everybody could say, oh, it was a seatbelt, it was everything like that, and that would be fine. But the car stopped. I took my hands away from my eyes, and smoke was everywhere in the car. It was just everywhere. I was just in shock. All the airbags were out. The engine was smoking, and the smoke of the engine was coming in the car. And then I just stood, like, I was just in shock. I was in the car. I didn't come out of the car. And I was like, oh my God, am I still alive? You know, I just didn't know. And it was a Sunday, because I remember the lady and her family who was going to church stopped and saw what happened, and they pulled over. They just prayed for me, because they saw the car and everything. I didn't as yet, and they pulled me out of the car and they prayed for me, and they were like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And they were like, you're very, very lucky that you didn't get hurt or anything like that. God is really looking over you and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then when I looked at the car, the whole front was mashed in. Like, I'm surprised my legs were fine. Like, I wasn't hurt. I didn't have a broken arm. I didn't have a broken feet. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a scratch on me. They were just like in awe of how I've made it out of this accident without a scratch. And so many people had accidents just like me and died on the scene, and just like, you know, it's just crazy. So at that moment, my family found out about it. You know, I had to call my mom and tell her that I totaled the car. And she was just like, what? And then, you know, but then at the end of the day, she was just like, the devil trying to take you away. Like, my family's so religious. It was so bad that they came all the way from Florida, came to Georgia, blessed the whole house with white sheets and holy water and all that, and blessed everybody here and there. And I was just like, okay, well, my sister looked at me and said, look what you did, you know, it's all your fault. And I'm just like, oh my God, you know. But yeah, that's how I crashed and totaled my mother's car. I still feel bad about it, because there was a nice, beautiful car and I crashed it. She had a car after that. Obviously, she has two now, but it's the simple fact that she don't even talk about it anymore. But, you know, it's like the simple fact that I did total her car. I don't even let no one drive my car. Honestly, I do not let nobody drive my car. People ask all the time. I'm like, no. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Because I know from experience that stuff like that do happen, and then what next, you know? So, and I hate to be carless, guys. Nobody wants to be carless and dependent on other people and dealing with that drama. Anyways, if you like this video, it's a short story time, I know, but I wasn't expecting it to be long or anything like that. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you ever had an experience like this, please leave it down below. Let me know, because I know a lot of people had car accidents. Okay, just let me know, because I really want to hear your story of what happened. Let me know, like this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Appreciate all your support. All right, guys.
Hey baby, you know I got you, cause you got more styles than Kung Fu. Like Tekken or Tenchu, I'm a big boss, not a damn fool. Come sit in the car, not a damn fool. For your info, I got big dough, and I got